In the heart of Washington state, nestled amidst the towering conifers, lies a body of water that sends chills down the spine, Shady Lake. This enigmatic expanse of water is fringed by a dark parkland, a shadowy landscape that seems to hold its breath, shrouded in an eerie silence. The trees whisper in hushed tones, their leaves rustling softly, as if afraid to disturb the tranquility of the gloom. A sense of unease is palpable here, where the moonlight barely pierces through the thick canopy, casting an otherworldly glow on the quiet water. In the parkland's darkest corners, the Nutria, an uncanny creature, half rat, half possum, lurks. Its eyes flicker with an unsettling intelligence, adding to the sense of foreboding that hangs heavy over this place. It is here, in the gloom of the parkland, that our tale of guilt, madness, and redemption unfolds. Enter Mr. Kranchensteinsen, a solitary resident of the lake, who had a peculiar companion, a nutria named Nelson. Now half rat, half possum, Nelson was no ordinary pet. He was a character with a charm that matched his owner's eccentricity. But one fateful night, after a bout of drinking, Mr. Kranchensteinsen put Nelson out in the cold. A desperate Nelson sought refuge in the engine of his owner's car. The next morning, in a haze of remorse and regret, Mr. Kranchensteinsen unknowingly turned the engine on, ending Nelson's life. A pall of guilt fell over the old man. He could still hear the soft scurrying of Nelson, the rustle of his fur against the hardwood floor of their shared home. The haunting began in earnest, with Nelson's ghost appearing in the corner of his vision, a spectral reminder of the terrible mistake he'd made. Haunted by the ghost of his once engaging companion, he saw Nelson's spectre everywhere. Guilt-ridden and haunted, Mr. Kranchensteinsen's world began to crumble. You see, the spectral apparition of Nelson, the half-rat, half-possum creature, had become an incessant spectre in his daily life. The ghostly nutria, once a beloved pet, now served as a chilling reminder of a mistake made in a moment of inebriated thoughtlessness. Every shadow in the corner of his eye, every rustle in the underbrush, every squeak in the silent night, they all morphed into the haunting image of Nelson. The relentless, tormenting visions gnawed at the edges of his sanity, driving him further and further into the abyss of madness. His once lively eyes now carried a haunted look, the spark of life slowly dimming. His jovial laughter replaced with a hollow echo that bounced off the walls of his empty home. Friends and neighbours watched helplessly as he retreated into his shell, a mere shadow of his former self. Driven to the brink of madness, he made a decision that would change his life forever. Mr. Kranchensteinsen, in his bid for redemption, sold his home and made a generous donation to the Washington Parks Fund. With the proceeds, he erected a shelter, a safe haven for stray nutria who might otherwise meet a fate like Nelson's. A penance, perhaps, for his past misdeeds, a chance to provide these creatures the warmth and safety that he once denied his own companion. Yet, as altruistic as his actions were, they did not bring him peace. Quite the contrary, they seemed to amplify his torment. He continued to see Nelson, in the park, in the shelter, and most vividly in his dreams. Every nutria he saw bore the ghostly image of his old friend, each pair of beady eyes a stark reminder of his guilt. His redemption, while noble, was a double-edged sword. It was both a step towards atonement and a constant reminder of his regrettable past. To this day, Nelson visits Mr. Kranchensteinsen in his dreams, a haunting reminder of a past he can never change.